All right, welcome back to LearnWire. Let's kick off this week, September 18th, 2023. Let's do some AppSumo reviews this week. So here is an AI writer, and I actually asked you guys to leave some comments for me on what softwares on AppSumo you guys would like me to review, and this one came up the most. So I figured I'd start off our Monday with reviewing Trolly.ai. This is an AI writer. I will be honest, I've been a little bit bored of reviewing AI writers from a standpoint of especially the ones that are hitting AppSumo, and that's just me being completely honest with you guys. But if you guys want me to keep them coming, then just leave a comment below and just say, hey, we still like the review because who knows, there could be a really awesome, unique software that hits and we would like to know about it. And that's why I started this channel in the first place a couple years ago. So I will kind of want to try in the next couple months just to get back to the roots a little bit and do a little bit more focused reviews. This one does look really good. Trolly, I've kind of looked at it. I have not used the software, but I just signed up for my free trial. And if I have too many limitations with a free trial, then I'll go ahead and just buy the software for you guys. You guys know that I kind of do that for you guys. But this one focuses only on long form content, so I know that that's what we like. The short form is really just not something that is useful, in my opinion, anymore, because we have tools like ChatGPT that can basically create any kind of content very quickly, especially short form. It does really, really well. So definitely long form. What can it do from an SEO standpoint, or just making our lives easier with creating content for our websites, right? So I'm excited about Trolly.ai, but before we jump into this one, I guess I would touch base one more time. The reason why I've gotten a little bit bored is because some of the, I would say within the last 10 AI writers that I've reviewed on AppSumo, they've all just been really kind of left me wanting more. And I think you guys probably would agree with me that there hasn't been anything that has just been game changing about any of them, that I would switch from using any of my monthly paid tools to use, right? And that's what we're after, which we want to find that golden gem that is worthy of picking up the lifetime deal. Okay. So that is one of the reasons why I kind of have gotten away a little bit, but I am excited. I'm going to be excited to look at Trolly. It does look like a good one. And then also I want to touch base real quick on a couple things first, some housekeeping type things. So for one, you guys, when we go to ending now or ending soon, you'll see Neuronwriter here. Now I'm on their email list and so forth, and most of you are customers of Neuronwriter. But if you are watching my channel and you're new, or have been on the fence about picking up Neuronwriter, or you don't know what it is, just go to LearnWire and type in Neuronwriter, and you'll see that I have a ton of content teaching you how to use the software, what it's used for, and so forth. But this is basically the next step. After we use a tool like Trolly, we create our content, then we would bring it into Neuronwriter and optimize it further to get a high score, which you can see on the screen right there. And then that's going to increase our chances of ranking on Google. It's pretty simple logic, right? It's a content SEO optimization tool that you do before you actually publish the article on your site. Well, Neuronwriter, it says that it's going the deal is expiring soon. At the time of recording this video, it's expiring in 27 hours. So you guys will have a full day before this goes out. But with that said, what I have learned in my email list is that this is only going to be that they're increasing the price. So instead of this being $69, I don't know if they're going to change any of the stats, about how many articles you get, but the price is going up with Neuronwriter. We could kind of analyze why the price is going up, but more or less, they probably, I would actually guess that they don't really need the customers anymore. And so they're basically kind of saying, hey, because they have a massive customer base now, right? And they have probably a lot of people also on monthly paid plans. They've come and gone back and forth on AppSumo. It's a big tool now. So they probably are just saying, hey, if you want a lifetime deal now, we'll keep this open, but it's going to cost a little bit more. So this is your chance. I would just absolutely 100% go recommend this tool. It's a top tool. I've been doing this for 2 or 3 years now, full time, reviewing AppSumo products. And this is one of the best tools that have ever hit AppSumo, at least in the last few years since I've been on the platform. So you want to go and just don't even think, just go and buy it if you haven't bought it. And max out your codes if you use the tool a lot. I've got VAs and so forth that are out using this tool full time. It's a big part of my business. And then also, so I think the price is going up to $79 or $80 for the entry level plan. So the price is going up. Neuronwriter, I believe, is still staying on AppSumo. So it's not going to be the end of the world if you don't pick it up today and you end up picking it up later on. It's just going to be a little bit more expensive. Okay. So with that said, let's go jump in. This is Trolly.ai. And you know what? Guess what? That was one of my, good old fashioned really long introductions. If you don't like introductions like that, or, because sometimes I kind of look at this as a little bit more of a, this is fully unscripted. The way that I record my videos, you guys know that. And the people that stay watching my content don't mind the long form content. Most of you prefer the long form content, and you prefer that I give honest feedback and so forth. And we dive deep into these tools. I don't just wrap up and give you an 8-minute review and then tell you to go buy every software on AppSumo, right? I am one of their top affiliates. I am on a special plan kind of with them, if you will. I have every incentive in the world to push every product to you. I'm not going to do that. And I won't do that, right? And so I tell it like it is. If the software sucks, I'm going to tell you. Some people, I've had some complaints in the past that are like, hey, your introduction is so long. Well, then, you can go and there's other people that do reviews that are that 8-minute review. They don't show you the full ins and outs of the tool, and you're going to end up buying a tool that does not work for you. Okay. So with that said, let's jump in. Trolly.ai. They're kind of comparing it to Copy AI. I don't know if that's a fair comparison. If they're only doing long form content, Copy AI has like 150 plus tools and I believe that Trolly is only long form. So, but they put that on there. It's a popular AI writer. We'll come through here, and you'll be able to get all this. So features included in the plan: text editor, auto SEO optimization. So that'll be cool. I don't know what it does to automatically optimize our content, but pretty cool. 20 languages. That's cool to kick off and actually have 20 probably the popular languages across the world. Grammar checker. Does it really have a grammar checker built in? We'll see. In article, images, and videos. So that is game changing right there. I'm still in search for, there are a few softwares out there that do pull in unbelievable images, but it's very few and far between, right? And that's why some of those AI writers have made my top 5 list, because they do these things. These are those pain things that when we're publishing content on our sites, it's that next step that it takes a lot of time, right? If you want to publish 5 articles on your site that day, then it's going to slow you down by probably 30 minutes to an hour just based on finding images and videos for each article, right? So if it can do this in a really good way and have relevancy and so forth, really, really cool stuff. I really like seeing that. Bulk article generator. We probably won't be using that today just for the fact that I have the free version, but if I'm impressed with this, then I'll probably go pick up at least the tier 1, and I'll make more content on that. And if you guys like what you see and you make it to the end of this video, drop a comment below and say, hey, make another Trolly video, show us more, show us the bulk generator. But I probably won't get to this because I only have like 5 credits, but it's going to be plenty to create a couple articles for you. Okay. API access. So they actually are providing API access. If you have your own software developer or different things like that, you have your own Python scripts and so forth, you can actually get API access into this and use it in your business. That's really cool. I like that. And then it has the Zapier and WordPress integrations, built-in templates, AI engine, OpenAI, ChatGPT 3.5, and GPT-4, and all future added. I don't know if you can choose GPT-4, but what I'm seeing with a lot of these softwares is that they use 3.5 and GPT-4 in a unique way. I'm going to go ahead and just guess that the bulk of the content is used with 3.5. But also I'm learning because I work with other softwares and I get a little bit more of the details. And a lot of times they build proprietary algorithms on top of using ChatGPT 3.5 that make the content really, really good, right? So you can utilize ChatGPT 3.5, and if you have your own algorithm built on top of it, that can make it sound more human, that can, not be so predictable. The text is not so predictable and so forth. Then it kind of doesn't matter what you're using, right? I think that the GPT 4.0 in these softwares that are offering a lifetime deal, they're probably using it at one point during the process. Probably the most important parts, whether it's the title or whether it's the outline. But the bulk of the content is probably coming from the 3.5, just so you know. But tier one, here's the pricing, guys. So license tier one, $49. You get 30 articles a month, one user seat, and 15 long form pro articles. So long form pro, I really probably wouldn't use because I'm going to go ahead and come in here. We're going to go examine the site and so forth. This is going to be a long, robust review of this software, by the way, guys. This isn't your 8 to 10 minute review. Like I said, there's other people that do that. You can go and follow them and watch that stuff if you need short, concise content. But if you are, working out or driving to work or something, and you don't mind listening to my long form content where I completely pick apart softwares and give you a real honest review, then that is what we are doing. Okay. So when we come in here and we actually go to, let's see, just new document, you'll be able to come over here and you'll see short form has 1,500 to 2,000 words, and that's 1 credit. Long form is 2 credits, and it's between 2,000 and 3,000 words. And the long form, you do have to have you have to have a paid account. They're not going to let on the free version. But the long form, you use 2 credits, and the long form pro, you use only 2 credits, but there's a limit because it's going to pump out articles that are 5,000 to 7,000 words long, right? So keep that in mind. If you're building sites and so forth, you don't need these long form articles. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't really care for content that is more than 2,500 to 3,000 words. I just think that that's so much overkill, unless it's just a massive buyer's guide and it just makes total sense to have a 4,000 word article. I mean, we just don't need it, right? So I would say that most of the time you're going to stick to long form and short form anyways. Okay. So I don't really care too much about this number or this limitation below right there. But when I look at this and I see unlimited articles per month, and I'm only going to use short and long form because that's all long form content, guys. This is all for blogs. Then you're going to get unlimited content right here at license tier 2. So this is one of those ones where it's like almost instantly, this is a tier 2 steal. If this software is indeed really, really good, I can't say that right now. But this is one that definitely the license tier, you would just want to go with license tier 2. You would want to go with that full investment because you're getting unlimited short and long form. And I don't like the way that sounded because it's all long form content. It's all up to 3,000 word articles for your blog. And you would be able to assign VAs, virtual assistants, right? To this. This is a whole business in a box if you actually picked this up. But yes, it matters. How good is the content and so forth, okay? So here we go, and their reviews look like they're right at 4 stars with 11 reviews. Okay, so let's go and take a look at the site real quick. It does look like a nice polished website. You can look at all the different things that you can do in here, or best in SEO scores. We have optimized the back end so that the base model gives 70 plus SEO score every time you generate articles. But what is the 70 based on? If they have their own algorithm, we don't know how good that is. We don't know how it's tested. Maybe I can compare this to Neuronwriter to see kind of how it fares to what Neuronwriter says, right? And if it is even in the wheelhouse or close, then this could be a steal of a deal type tool because it will have everything in it. You can see what their pricing once they go live, what it could look like right over here. To get unlimited articles per month, you're going to be at a $500, it looks like, per month plan. So that, again, tells you what the price actually, the steal of the lifetime deal actually would be. Let's go. And one last thing, I like to take this and a user pointed out that I shouldn't use SimilarWeb. It says that they have 19,900, almost 20,000 visitors per month. And SimilarWeb has been around a really long time. It is it's a very popular site that you're supposed to be able to measure traffic. But I kind of did my own test over the weekend. If you guys want me to make a video on this, then I will. But long story short, I tested it against various sites of mine. Some of my sites that have the most traffic and all kinds of different things. And I actually came up with I know that I do agree with that person. SimilarWeb is so far out there with its estimations that you can't even use it or rely on it. So I'll probably just go and uninstall it. But sometimes I like to at least click on it just to see if it actually there's other stats in here, what country and so forth. But relying on it just for the traffic, we can't really do that. So I've already pre-done this. It says 66 right here in the Ahrefs tool. And I got different results where on some of my high traffic sites where they're getting over 10,000 visits per month, I noticed that this Ahrefs tool would only measure about half of the traffic. So you could, in most cases, you could take this and double the traffic on here, and that would be more close to what the actual traffic is. Okay. And then Ubersuggest was the absolute closest. And then you can't just rely on exactly what I just said, because it doesn't work every time like that, right? You can't just take this and then double it. You could do that probably as a way better estimation than what SimilarWeb is saying that that Trolly is getting 20,000 visitors per month, right? So we know that's not true. But long story short, Ubersuggest is very accurate. And we can come over here and see that they're at 59 visits and they're at 66 visits over here. So I noticed that Ubersuggest was about 80 or 90% accurate on most of my sites. So if I actually wanted a pretty accurate measurement, then I would probably use Ubersuggest. I would probably use both if you really wanted to see, just to see kind of okay, well, this one is 59, this one's 66. We know that it's not getting any traffic essentially, right? So that's just a little tip in there. If you guys want me to make a full video on that, also leave a comment below and just say, hey, yeah, let's analyze this. Let's bring up all your tools and so forth. And we can basically get down to what the results are, right? But that's what my results are, is that the Ahrefs tool basically kind of double the traffic right here, and you're going to be pretty close. And then Ubersuggest is, in most cases, pretty accurate. It's the most accurate one that I've seen out of all the tools. I tested SEMrush. I tested all of them. Okay, so let's go rock and roll, guys. So I'm going to go over to a new document right over here. So here's what home looks like. You're just going to go wizard, my documents, and I'm going to go and just click on the wizard. It's going to take us over here. I'm going to go over and grab a keyword over here. And then I'm going to go and just grab that and put it in there, enter SEO keywords. So add your keywords that are related to the topic. I don't have keywords just for fun. Let's go over here to ChatGPT real quick. I'm just going to use ChatGPT real quick, and I'm going to copy and paste these in here and then push enter, and then we'll just keep doing that. I don't know if I can grab more, grab all these. I'll try that real quick. Nope, it just adds them all as one keyword. So it would be nice maybe if there's a comma. Okay, so I'm going to grab the rest of these. This should work. In theory, this should work. Paste, enter. That did not work either. So that's kind of a bummer. That would be some feedback that I'd give them. There's got to be an easier way to copy and paste your keywords in there. I'll go do this real quick. We've got our 5 keywords in there. We're in English, but let's go ahead and give you guys a look at the different languages. We've got Spanish, Chinese, Portuguese, Italian, French, German, Indonesian, Dutch, and so it said 20 languages. That is not true. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm only seeing 9 languages here, but when we come back over here, it says 20 languages. That is not true, right? So that just shows you, most people are not going to notice things like that in these reviews, but they don't have 20 languages and they're putting it right on the sales page right here. I don't like that, right? Just put what you currently have. Put the 9 languages, not the 20. It just kind of ticks me off, guys. This is a sales page that they are lying to people, and they're making money off this, and they don't have those languages. So it just kind of ticks me off. It would be amazing if they just put 9 right there. It would not deter any people from buying the tool, but it would increase with buying, because now there's going to be a certain percentage of people that buy this for 20 languages, and they're going to find out right away that, yeah, there's no other languages in here. So yeah, that's just something that, to be aware of. All right, so we'll move on. We have the short form, 1,500 to 2,000 words right over here. Normally what I do is I would take this, I better go into Neuronwriter real quick so we can get the amount of words that we need. And as you guys can see, this is part of my workflow. So you need to go and pick up Neuronwriter. If you haven't, though, there is a link below if you want to go check it out. We'll go with new query. We'll throw that in, start, let it analyze the keyword real quick. All right, so we do that so we can get the keyword or the amount of content, the amount of words that we need to write. We know that we don't need like insane content. 67 is the highest in the top ranking 10, so that's good. And it's saying that based on the top 10 medium, we only need 1,000 words. So definitely that's where I get my information so that I can come back into Trolly.ai and just stick with short form right now. And it's only going to cost us 1 credit, which is awesome. So now we can generate the title. So it's going to give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 titles that are going to be more click worthy, SEO worthy. We can regenerate as well. So how to successfully work from home by selling gorgeous gift baskets. Discover lucrative opportunities, earn from home by selling. So I want to see what what was the keyword that we went for. It is work from home selling gift baskets. Work from home by selling gorgeous gift baskets. Okay. From home, earn from home by selling exquisite gift baskets. All right, so they are taking an SEO approach, and they may know something more. And I've talked with SEO people recently as well that I'm going to be changing, or at least testing, not necessarily changing my mind, but testing H1s, right? So this is the H1 title. It does need to be very click worthy. And the old school SEO that's been, kind of old school SEO for the last 20 plus years is that you must have your keyword you're going for in your H1 title. Google is so sophisticated that it already knows what you should rank for. You can still put the keyword as your slug, right? This can be our slug, our URL as our slug, but the H1 does not need to have that keyword in there. And that's what I'm going to go for. That's exactly how Trolly is taking the approach. So any of these will actually work. I'm going to go with, let's see, maximize earnings, how to boost your income by selling gift baskets from the comfort of your home. I'm going to go with something like that, because it starts going into selling gift baskets, gift baskets a little closer. So I think that that's just a little bit better. So I'm going to go with that one, and I'm going to say generate outline. So hopefully that makes sense. I'll be testing that. Obviously that's going to be the way that you're going to be using Trolly, or you can just write your own titles. But if any of you have a lot of data on that and you just know the answer, what ranks better right now, then that'd be cool. Share your results and your insights below with a comment regarding titles. The exact keyword you're going for, does it have to be in your H1? Most people right now that I'm talking to say no, it needs to be more of a natural, salesy, click worthy, catchy type title and Google figures all that out. Here we go with our headline. Or outline, what are some effective strategies for starting a home-based business? So they are going with like the approach of answering full-blown questions. What are some potential challenges? How can entrepreneurs effectively manage inventory? I have not seen an outline generator generate outlines like this. Full-blown like sentences. How can DIY gift basket selling strategies help increase profits, right? So these are like almost like a people also ask type thing, where that's what's dictating the outline. Instead of it just saying, 3, 4, 5 words as the outline for each subheading, we've got full-blown sentences and questions that we're going to be answering. So it is a unique approach, I will say. So far, this is something a little different than what I've seen. And so that is encouraging that they are doing something just a little bit different. And I kind of like that. So we can regenerate the outline, or we can go generate article. Please select, so please select an outline. So you have to click the dot here. Okay, I got it. I wonder if so if you generate another one, it's probably just going to show up right here, outline 2. Let's go ahead and regenerate the outline for fun and just see if we have an option for outline 1 as well. So here's what it looks like when you're generating a new outline. And there you go. So it's still going to go with it still gave us 15. I don't know if it gives us 15 for every one of them, or if that's for the short, and then maybe for the medium length, it gives us 20. I don't know. But we're going to go with, so this is what it looks like with multiple. We're just going to go ahead and stick with our one and then say generate article. So now it's creating our article. Please wait a little. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I stepped away for a few minutes, but when I came back, the article was done. So that tells me this does not take more than a few minutes to create. It'll tell you how many credits you have remaining now. It was only 1 credit, like it said, so I like that. We can look up here. It gives us a meta description. Looking to start a home-based gift basket business, learn the best online gift basket sales strategies, and master remote gift basket crafting. So it's working a bunch of different keywords in there. Discover DIY gift basket selling strategies. Is that one of our keywords over here? DIY gift basket selling strategies. So it's actually taking those keywords and actually fitting them into our meta description. So there's definitely some SEO things going on that we look for in some really cool, unique tools. So I really, really like spotting stuff like that out. I think it actually worked all of these in there, if I'm not mistaken. Home-based gift basket business. Home-based gift basket business is right there. Let's see, right over here, we've got, let's see, remote gift basket crafting. Remote gift basket crafting. So it literally wrote all 5 of our keywords into the meta description. Absolutely really cool. All right, so then now we have our introduction over here. It's a really short introduction. If you're looking to increase your income without leaving the comfort of your home, selling gift baskets might be the perfect opportunity for you. This guide will show you how to successfully sell gift baskets from home and boost your earnings. Short and sweet, right to the point. I would prefer this one over a giant paragraph. So that's okay, but maybe the intro could be like maybe 2 or 3 sentences, a little bit more personable. It looks like they are doing third-person professional writing, so that's where you're going. I didn't see any place where we can change the tone or the perspective, the first or second or third person. It looks like it's going to be writing in third person professional kind of tone. I'm sure that they're going to add in on those features so we can control that if you want it to sound more personable, like a first person or so forth, right? So that's just something to keep in mind. If you need a writer that writes in first person, this one doesn't look like it does that quite yet. We have effective strategies for starting home-based business. Looks like it's going to be writing those in the keywords, and it's going to be spreading those in through here. It looks like the sentence structure or the paragraph structures are just, it's just very, very, very structured in a sense. You kind of could come in. So there is a summary and a conclusion. I'm not really sure what the summary is for. I'm not really sure what we use that for, but this is the part that we would be, copying and pasting into so we would be looking at word count right here, and it wrote 1,700 words for us. That's right at the sweet spot. I love that. We're going to go ahead and copy this. But what I wanted to say first before doing that is that you might be able to just tell that this is AI writing based on the structure. There isn't any bullet points. There are no tables, no lists, no bullet points. Somewhat, basic structure. And then it's just one paragraph, and then it's a subheading, and then one paragraph, and then a subheading, and then one paragraph, a subheading, one paragraph. So that's not really going to, do it as far as the high quality structured content. So I would hope that in the future that they would improve on this. It's not terrible, but it's also not, up there with, some of the other AI writers that I discuss a lot on my channel. I just want to look at some of these sentences. Remote gift basket crafting offers several advantages to entrepreneurs. Firstly, it allows for flexible, remote crafting also provides. So it is focused on the remote crafting, and it's talking a lot about that. Utilizing DIY gift basket selling strategies to increase profits. So DIY gift basket selling strategies can help increase profits by adding a personal touch to your products, encouraging customers to customize their gift baskets by choosing. It is giving us tips on how you could increase your profits by encouraging them to ask for personalized or customizations that would add more money to the order, right? So it does look like the AI is kind of answering what we need it to, marketing and promoting. I would love to see, this is where you would probably want a nice breakout content, not just one paragraph, but a list and different tips and things like that. So marketing and promoting are crucial, utilizing social media, Facebook. Okay, so it's answering, it's good enough, but like I said, the structure I would like to see a little bit better. It looks like there is, we'll come back. Let's just go and see what all the, we'll come back and do the image thing later. Okay, so I already copied that. Let's go into Neuronwriter. Let's go paste this in right over here. It does not look like it pasted in the structured article. So let's come back over here and see if we can. Oh, no, that's regenerate article. Where's the export button? So yeah, guys, I'm not seeing a export or copy button right over here. We do have that. That's an H3. Okay, so those are H3s. They're not H2s. We have our H1 right there and then H3. So the H1 should actually be this. I'm not really sure how we're going to get this to paste in there. That's a problem. So right off the bat, that's something you wouldn't know, is that when we copy over here, it is immediately pasting as just text. It is not keeping the formatting. And I'm not seeing, so I'm going to go ahead and just push the add images. Okay, so this is where you're going to go in and you're going to basically copy. So like right over here, they probably don't have something on gift basket, but we'll see. Okay, so they do. We could copy the URL right there and push close. So these are going to be royalty-free images that you can come in here and if I paste that, nope. What do we do here with copying the URL? How do we insert this image? Then you have to come over here and put the image in and then push add, and then it comes in right here. So I don't necessarily think that that's the greatest. It's going to be hosted. So all those images are hosted on Amazon. What is that? Amazon S3. So they're gonna basically be hosting those images for you, which is cool. And then so they'll be able to paste and so forth really easily. I'm gonna go push undo. So the image feature is there. It's better than most that I've seen, but it's still not better than some of the best AI writers that just do it all for you right off the bat. But this is a problem. I have no way to copy our article, and there's no finalize button. It's just regenerate article. So that is the part that I don't like. We're going to have to go and basically structure this article, right? Because it is not, the only thing I'm going to say is there's just no way to paste this. So they're going to definitely need to fix that and improve. So let's go, and we're going to have to make this an H1. We're going to have to push return. We're going to have to paste this whole thing in. Nope. I mean, it's not even pasting it in as like separated paragraphs. So this is why I do these reviews for you guys, so you guys can see some of the pitfalls of the software. I was pretty impressed up until this point, but this part is definitely a problem. All right, perfect. So while I'm doing my review, I actually reached out to support and let them know this is going to be a problem. And then they just got back to me right away. It said that they hadn't been online for 20 hours, and right away, within 30 seconds, or I'd say 60 seconds, they got back to me. So I am very, very happy that their support is online immediately and said they're adding a direct export option in their upcoming updates. Till then, you can copy and paste into Google Docs and then can edit and copy from there as a Google Doc, automatically format the text. Okay, so I will just respond back. Thank you. And you can pause the video and read what I put in there. So awesome stuff right there. I also can see that it looks like so that might have been kind of a Neuronwriter issue where it's not accepting the text. But I also pasted it into Grammarly and it did keep the text and formatting. So that's cool as well. Let me go back and grab the title over here. I guess we don't really need the title, but I want this to be fair. So let's put that in right over there. Okay, so we have 45 AI suggestions. We got a 95 score, which is really, really good. Anything in the 90s, I'm totally okay with. 92 is pretty common around the 92 score. So 95 or above is definitely really good from a grammatical standpoint. So we'll go ahead and just copy this, and we will also take this and paste it into Readable. I don't know anybody else that uses Readable but myself. We're going to paste it into here. Now, it did not keep the score for us. I don't know if this affects the score. Yeah, it's going to give us a really bad score right there. So let's go and just paste this into Google Docs real quick and see if that matters as well. So if I paste this into Google Docs, copy that, and nope, it doesn't matter. So it's not getting a good score right here in the readable.com, but I'm just not sure we can quite go based off of this. I've never seen a score that bad. So I kind of take this with a grain of salt because it's you know, there's no subheadings or anything in here. So I might have to just move on from that. Let's see if I can copy this and paste it back into here. That finally worked. Okay, perfect. So we have these H3s is what they're going based off of. This introduction right here, we're going to just take that out. I would prefer those to be, what is our score? We have a 50. I would prefer these to be H2s, and that's something that I probably would also want them to know is that these, yeah, look at the score just going up. I'm going to let them know right now that the content, I just let them know. I also recommend subheadings to come out as H2s and not the H3s that you have them in. If you're not going to have H2s and H3s, which they don't have content that does that, right? Then it's going to be better to have H2s in my opinion, and in Neuronwriter's opinion as well. As we may change these H3s into H2s, our score keeps going up, right? So we are in its current state. We are going to have to do a little bit of, see, you heard that dinging. That means that they just got back to me right away. So I'm going to change these. Our score is not going up anymore, but it did go up 4 points based on having those H2s in there. So we're going to just fix these real quick. I'm going to take this summary out. We don't need the summary. All right, so we've got a 54. Oh no, it went down to 53, but a 53, not bad. Let's come over here and look at the readability right here at 24. So I think the higher the score, the better right here. And then since Readable.com also gave it a really bad score. The score is just not, maybe not there. As far as readability, I'm going to go ahead and copy this real quick and we'll do one more check of this. All right, let's check this one right here. And the readability index is hard to read. It's very difficult to read. We'll go to Hemingway readability as well. One last final check, guys. We'll throw that in. It says grade 15, aim for 14 or lower. So Hemingway says that it's, I mean, but look at all that red, guys. I mean, that's just not good. So readability wise, this just didn't get a good score, but we'd have to put this through a lot more testing, right? To see if this is the case on everything. We can't just base it off of one article. I know this video is going really long, so I'm not going to test anymore for this particular video. Leave a comment below if you want me to do more videos, test more content. I will be happy to do that. Overall, we were able to achieve a 53 right here. And then if we did the good old fashioned FAQ trick, we could come over here and we could go to AI writing, FAQ with unused terms. We could write for me and we could see if we could get this up to about a 60. Usually I'm able to increase it about 10 points using this strategy, but we're still not going to quite be at that 67 level. Let's see if that 53 changes right to 67. So you definitely can get there with that strategy as well. So we can end with my final thoughts. As far as the content, it definitely needs, oh wait, before we do the final thoughts, let's go and see what they had to say. They said, we have already catered by reformatting the articles. reformatting the articles. What does that mean? We have already catered by reformatting the articles. What does that mean? Also, one last I suggest is all ability. I'm just going to give them my honest feedback. So I'm actually giving them my feedback. They can take it if they want to. I actually do that, or I'll give them feedback as well. I think that they've got a really solid product here. There's some things that I'll go into my final thoughts right now. I think that it's a solid product. I think that this is probably worth picking up. It could be a, anytime you buy a LTD like this, it's a small gamble. We don't know what's going to happen in 6 months to a year to even the AI content generation market, period, right? So you can't just put all your eggs in one basket. You also can't rely solely on an LTD on a website and then think that this is going to solve all your content needs. There's a small risk involved, and you guys have to know that. With that said, I do think that this is one of the most promising AI writers that I've seen in a while. They do have some SEO features that I like. But I do think that they need to improve on the readability score. We're just getting really bad scores all across the way, very difficult to read. And that's pretty common with AI generated content, but I don't usually see it as bad as it is right here. So like when we come into, say, back into Neuronwriter, when we look, and then they just answered back again. When we come back into Neuronwriter and we look at the readability score of 26 out of 100, right? I would like to see that at a higher score. Let's go look at some other articles just to see if I'm grading that correctly. I forgot which writer I used for this content here. Well, there's one that has a 29, so it's I thought this one was pretty bad, but it's still got a higher score. Let's go down to, okay, so how to start up a soccer academy, we're at 33. So you can see that this one, in comparison with even just other ones that I just randomly pulled up, the Trolly is the lowest at like 26. This one's up to 33 right here. So the readability needs improved, and the structure of the content needs improved. They need to fix the H3 to H2, and then just one giant paragraph for everything. They need to add in lists and tables and things like that. So the content structure and readability need fixed. But I like the way that this works, though. I like the wizards, very easy to use. I like that they have these SEO features built in right here. And so forth. They do have a bulk generation. I'm not going to really be able to go over. We can click on it and just say new campaign. This is where you'll say how many articles you want. You'll put what the campaign is right there. And then you'll say automatic or manual. And I'm not really sure where you'll push next, and that's probably where you'll put your keywords and so forth. But I'm not going to go over that. This video is way too long. So they said it's because the outputs are easy too long. Normally, the readability score checkers runs upon the smaller formats. Kindly copy in full formatting and check on Grammarly for score checking. We are getting pretty fine score. Yes, grammar-wise, your score is Grammarly. Cool. But all other tools, Neuronwriter, I'm giving them like an SEO class right now because they may not even know all these tools. HemingwayReadable.com. And what is this one? Copyrightly. The scores are very low for grade level. Something to keep in mind. Thanks. FYI, I review tools for a living. Okay, cool. So they can take that feedback and do with it what they will. They shouldn't just rely on Grammarly, because Grammarly is not looking at, look at all those other tools that are saying that the readability is low. Over in Grammarly, I'm not seeing where the readability actually is graded, right? It's not. We just have an overall score right over here. Let's click on that and let's see. I guess we do have a readability score of above metrics compared to other Grammarly users. Sentence length, readability score is 24, and the I think that's the Kincaid reading ease test. Higher scores indicate material that is easier to read. So it's still a low score. A 24 out of 100 And Neuronwriter, it's a 26 out of 100, right? So it is a low score. We want to see higher scores, okay? But overall, it is getting a high score there. So you can take each tool with a grain of salt, of course. If you were just grading it with Grammarly, then this would be respectable content because you're getting a good score there and so forth. But I think that the readability score is just is pretty low. But to be fair, most AI tools do have low low readability scores in any tool that you check them with. See what they say? It's because these tools normally run upon shorter format. We know, I don't even know what they're talking about. I guess like short form, like few paragraphs. We know as AI engineers, but not worries. Your suggestion is welcomed. We're gonna look into this ASAP. So I like their style. They answered back quickly. They took my feedback and they were respectful. So I do like that. So overall, final thoughts. This one I think has promise. The user interface is very easy to use. They're transparent about the credits and so forth. It's basically one article per credit. And then the medium takes 2 credits, and even the large takes 2 credits as well. The price point, $49. I wouldn't buy this unless I went licensed tier 2, so I wouldn't have any limitations. The pricing is pretty good. I think there's still a lot more improvements that need to be made for this to be your daily go-to AI writer. This definitely wouldn't beat out any of my top 5s. But I do think that this is worth looking into. There'll be a link below. You can go check it out. There'll be a link below to Neuronwriter. You want to go get it for that price right now. And thanks for tuning in for this really long review that I did. Thanks. I'll see you next time.